Right now, a gas could be filling the room around you, and you would have no way of knowing. You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't smell it. You wouldn't taste it, or hear it, or feel it on your skin. You could breathe it in, slowly, with every breath, growing sleepier and sleepier, and never once realize that anything was wrong. It's called carbon monoxide, and it is one of the most quietly efficient killers on the planet. Not because it's rare or exotic. It's sitting in millions of ordinary homes. It's deadly because it is almost perfectly built to slip past every warning system your body has. So how does a gas you cannot detect actually kill you? And why is the thing that stops it so unbelievably simple? Let's start with why you can't catch it. Most dangerous things give themselves away. Fire is bright and hot. Spoiled food smells wrong. Even natural gas, the kind that runs your stove, is actually odorless on its own. Gas companies deliberately add that rotten egg smell so you'll notice a leak. Carbon monoxide gets none of that courtesy. It is completely colorless. It has no smell at all, no taste. It makes no sound. Your senses, the entire alarm system you were born with, are simply blind to it. To you, a room full of carbon monoxide looks and feels exactly like a room full of clean, ordinary air. And that is the first half of what makes it so dangerous. The second half is what it does once it's inside you. To understand that, you need to know one quick thing about your own blood. Your blood is full of a molecule called hemoglobin. Think of hemoglobin as a fleet of tiny delivery trucks. Their entire job is to grab oxygen in your lungs, carry it through your body, and drop it off at every cell that needs it. This is happening billions of times, constantly, keeping you alive without a single thought. Now here is the problem. Carbon monoxide doesn't fight your oxygen. It does something much sneakier. It climbs onto those exact same trucks, and it grabs on roughly 200 times more tightly than oxygen does. Think about what that means. Every truck that picks up a molecule of carbon monoxide is now stuck with it. It can't carry oxygen anymore. And because carbon monoxide holds on so much harder, it wins, over and over, until truck after truck is taken out of service. Your blood is still pumping. Your lungs are still breathing. But the delivery fleet is being quietly hijacked, and less oxygen is actually reaching your body. You are suffocating, on the inside, in a room that feels completely normal. And now, we get to the cruelest part of all. You would think that running out of oxygen would feel like running out of oxygen. That gasping, desperate, can't-breathe panic when you hold your head underwater. But it doesn't. Because that panic, that overwhelming urge to breathe, isn't actually triggered by low oxygen. It's triggered by a buildup of carbon dioxide, the waste gas you breathe out. With carbon monoxide poisoning, you're still breathing normally, so you're still clearing out that carbon dioxide, which means the alarm never goes off. Your body never sounds the panic. Instead, you just feel a headache, a little dizzy, tired, maybe a bit nauseous. So what do you do when you feel tired and headachy? You lie down, you rest, you go to sleep. And that is exactly how carbon monoxide claims so many people. Not in a struggle, but in the quietest, most ordinary way imaginable. This leads to one of the most dangerous things about it. Those early symptoms, the headache, the fatigue, the nausea, the fuzzy thinking, they feel almost exactly like the flu. So people convince themselves they're just coming down with something. They tell themselves they need rest. Sometimes an entire household feels sick at the same time and assumes a bug is going around, when in fact the house itself is filling with gas. The single biggest clue is often missed completely. If you feel sick at home but mysteriously start feeling better when you leave, and worse again when you come back, that is not a coincidence. That is a warning. So where does it even come from? This is the part that surprises people, because the sources are completely ordinary. Carbon monoxide is made anytime a fuel burns without enough oxygen. Picture a flame that has all the air it wants. It burns clean, and the carbon in the fuel pairs up neatly with 2 oxygen atoms to make carbon dioxide, the same harmless gas you breathe out. But starve that same flame of air, and the carbon can only grab a single oxygen atom instead of 2. That half-finished molecule is carbon monoxide. The very same fire, just burning badly. and your home is full of things that burn fuel: a gas furnace, a water heater, a gas stove or oven, a fireplace or wood stove with a blocked chimney, a car left running in an attached garage, and the single most dangerous one, a portable gas generator running indoors, or in a garage, or even too close to an open window. These appliances are safe when they're working right and venting properly. The danger comes when something goes wrong: a cracked furnace, a blocked vent, a flue clogged by a bird's nest. Suddenly, the exhaust that should be leaving your house is quietly pouring back into it. By now, this probably sounds terrifying. An invisible, silent, scentless gas made by everyday appliances that mimics the flue and kills you in your sleep. So here is the part that flips the whole story. Carbon monoxide has one enormous weakness. It may be invisible to you, but it is not invisible to a small electronic sensor. A carbon monoxide detector does the one thing your body cannot. It counts the gas in the air constantly, and it screams long before the levels get anywhere near deadly. It is a little plastic box. It costs around $20 to $40, and it almost completely defeats one of the most efficient killers in your home. There is no clever trick to staying safe. There is no skill to learn. You simply put detectors near the bedrooms where you'd be asleep and most vulnerable, and on every level of the house. You press the test button now and then, and you replace them every 5 to 7 years because the sensors do wear out. And it's worth knowing what to do if that alarm ever does go off. Don't ignore it, and don't waste time hunting around for the source. Get everyone outside into fresh air right away, including any pets. Once you're out, call your local emergency number or fire service and let them check the house. Do not go back inside until someone tells you it's safe. And if anyone is confused, drowsy, or won't wake up, treat it as a real emergency because it is. The whole point of that little box is to hand you the few minutes of warning your own body would never give you. So when it speaks up, you listen, even if you feel completely fine. Especially if you feel completely fine. Because remember, feeling fine is exactly the trap. That's it. That's the whole defense. And I think there's something almost poetic about it. Carbon monoxide is, in a sense, the perfect poison. It beat every sense evolution ever gave us. It slips past the body's own alarms. It disguises itself as a common cold. For most of human history, it was a killer we genuinely could not detect. And then we built a $20 box that catches it every single time. The thing that makes carbon monoxide so frightening that it's completely invisible to us is the exact same reason that one cheap sensor solves the entire problem. We can't see it. But we taught a piece of plastic too. So if you take one thing from this, let it be this. Go and check that you actually have a working carbon monoxide detector near where you sleep. Not a smoke alarm, those are different. An actual carbon monoxide alarm. It is one of the highest value, lowest effort things you can possibly do for the people in your home. Because the danger was never that carbon monoxide is unstoppable. The danger was only ever that we couldn't see it coming. And now, the next time someone asks you why carbon monoxide is so deadly and how a gas you can't see, smell, or hear can be beaten by a little box on the ceiling, well, then you'll know.